Hey everybody, Sister Fantastic here, and welcome to Palette Promenade. Today, I have something a little bit different in mind. I'm going to use a new palette, these beautiful cool tones by natashdanona. This is called the Hot Taupic, T-A-U-P-I-C, Hot Taupic palette. And it's filled with neutrals, and they're basically cool toned neutrals, and I love neutrals, don't get me wrong, but my idea for today is to add a pop of color. So I thought that I would go back into the gourmandies from the Gourmand Girls and maybe pick up one of those purples, maybe this matte here on the end. I'm not sure. But anyway, I want to do neutrals with a pop of color. So that's what I'm doing today. Okay, so let's get into this. I've got this brush here from Mange. Anyway, it's a really pretty brush. I'll get it out here in a minute. Anyway, I'm going to start out with, since I've not used this palette before and I really don't know how the pigments are going to display on the eyes, I'm going to start out with the lightest shade. And I'm going to build this look. So we're just going to pop this in the crease. And natashdaona's formulas blend like a dream. And I'm really excited to get this palette. I got it in my BoxyCharm. And it's been sitting here for about a month. And I just need to use it. So I thought today I'd do that. I know a lot of you like neutrals and maybe you're scared of color, but I'm going to show you today how to just like add a pop of color to a neutral look to start to, branch out into color. And I already laid down my eyeshadow primer, as you can see, and I've got primer on my skin, and I did my brows and everything, but that's as far as I've gone in the makeup routine. Okay, now with that same brush, I'm going to hit this next shade. It's a matte as well. The rest of these are shimmers, so I'm going to hold off on them for a minute. And these are named. So the transition color is the one that I just used. And now this one is called the Crease 333. They're numbered. So anyway, we're just going to go a little bit deeper. And just blend into that transition color. That's pretty. I do like a cool tone look. My husband bought me this awesome palette. Actually, he bought me 2 palettes at Christmas from number 7. And I did a look with the cool tone palette here on my channel. And I can link that up in the cards if you missed it. But anyway, it's just a really pretty 35 pan palette. I was really impressed with all the different colors. And just, if you like neutrals, if you like browns, these neutral palettes are the bomb. And everybody needs some good basic neutral palettes in their stash. In fact, I just used a new one from Beauty for Certain not too long ago, a couple of weeks ago. And I can link that in the cards as well, in case you didn't get to see it. Okay, I just want to smoke this up and blend it a little bit up towards the brow area. And just, blend it. I'm just going to add a little bit more deeper here in the crease. I've been doing YouTube now for about 8 years, and I know that this is exciting for many of you still to see my videos and everything, and I really do appreciate your support. I think that if it ever got to be old hat for me, I just don't know what I would do with myself. I really don't. So this is a creative outlet for me, and it's just a lot of fun. And I really appreciate everybody joining me on a regular basis. I mean, I know you guys don't have to be here, you know, but you do. You support me. Okay, now we're going to go really cool today. I'm going to use this middle shade. It's kind of like a grayish, brownish silver. Anyway, when I look at that, when I swatched this, when I did the swatches, I was like, oh my gosh, I got to use that shade. So I'm going to pop this on the lid. Look at that. It's like, wouldn't this be pretty with a black eyeshadow? But I'm not using black today. I'm going to use a pop of color. Anyway, let's get this other eye. But I think this would be really pretty with black. But I'm going to try to stay away from any kind of dark kind of look today. But that's nice right there. Okay, and now with another finger, I'm going to go into this gold looking shade right here. And let me just show you what that looks like. It is so pretty. Look at that. And I'm just going to hit this brow bone area with my finger. And we'll smooth it out with a brush here in a second. Just to give some shine. Alright, let me go back into that brush that I started with, and we're just going to blend what I've got in the transition area, the crease area, on up into this shimmer. Just to kind of tone it down a little bit, and also to blend it in with what I've already got going on. Just like that. Okay, now let me take a detail brush, and let me use this one here from Lorella. It's like a pencil brush. And I'm going to go into this shade here called Raisin. And let's just use a little pop of color on this look. I'm going to go right here underneath the lash line. Just as close to those lashes as I can. Adds a little bit of kind of like redness to the look. I may have to find me another purple to go with it. Yeah, I think so, because I'm not completely satisfied with that. Let's go into, let's see, let me test something out here. Look at those two shades right there, y'all. I think I'm going to go with the matte. It's called Mirror. And with that same brush, I'm just going to go over what I did. So I've got kind of like a, and then I'm going to take it on up and create like a little faux wing. Not much, just to rim the eyes a little bit. Just to change that up. Oh yeah, that's better. Sometimes you see a shadow in the pan and you think, ooh, that's a pretty color. Ooh, that'll match. Ooh, that's good. And then when you get it on your eyes, you're like, ooh, that's not so good. I think I poked myself in the eye. Okay, now these purples kind of pull out the darkness that I have underneath my eyes. Let me swatch this. I want to show you what these shades look like side by side. All these shimmers I'm using today. Here's the ones from the natashdanona palette. And these are the two that I swatched out of this palette. But this is the one I'm primarily using. I just stuck to the mattes today. Okay, now I'm going to do little complexion products. And I'm going to put on some concealer and mascara and stuff. And I will be back. Okay, y'all, I'm back. This is the finished eye look. And it's smoky and subtle, and I like it. And I think that I opted out on the lashes today because I really wanted to focus in on that little pop of color. So let's see here. I need to do highlighter. I did my complexion products except for highlighter. So I'm going to go into this Fluorescent Fantasy highlighter palette from Lorella, and I'm going to pick up this one. It's like a, it's not really a gold, but it's like a, it's not really white either. It's like a champagne color. And I thought it would go good with the brow bone highlight. And I'm going to, it's called Enchanted. And I'm just going to strobe that onto the cheekbones. The tops of the cheekbones. Let's see how that matches. I love this highlighter palette. Look at that. That's so pretty. We're going to glow today. So focus the bulk of the product right there on that top of the cheekbone. And then blend around the cheek and on the top of the cheek. Just blend all that out. Okay, now a little for the Cupid's bow and the tip of the nose. Very nice, very nice. I know I went with cool tone eyeshadows today, but I did use a warm toned blush. This is from What's Up Beauty in the shade Rose Hippity. It's a liquid blush, but it's peach, but it's got some pink in it. And anyway, I think it just goes with my complexion really nice. So that's why I chose that today. Okay, now let's do a lip. I've got some scary stuff here. I've got this liquid lipstick from Lorella. Oh my gosh, it is so bright. And then I've got this one here, which is from Lorella also. And they look like the same shade, but they're not. One is called Plump. And then the other one is called Bianche. And I think this one's a little bit more cool tone. So I think I'm going to use it today. And then I've got a lip gloss. that I want to put on top of it. So this is, it's kind of like a wine. And I'm probably going to grab a lip brush and smooth it on. Because it is very, very bright. It is pigmented and bright. Let me grab this brush here. And so I don't really need a lip liner since I'm using the brush. Okay. Now I've got this brand new lip gloss from Medusa's Makeup. It's called Disco Queen. And it's got some sparkles in it. And it is very cool toned. And so this is going to kind of tone this down. And give us some shine. We like this shine. This thing is really full. You can feel when it's full because when you put the doe foot applicator down in there, it pushes back. The product pushes the wand back out. Let's go in with another coat. Yeah, that's good. I like that. I like that lip gloss. Probably wouldn't wear it on its own, but I think it's great for, you know, toning down bright pinks. And don't get me wrong, I love a bright pink. I love bright, you know, colors for lippies and what have you. But I don't want it to, you know, overpower the eye look. And since I'm not wearing lashes today, I'm just going for something a little bit more subdued, subtle, but the lips make a statement. Okay, let's set and forget. And I'm going to use the last of this one hit here. Well, I say it's the last of it. It's like it just keeps on giving. It keeps on giving. It feels like the end of it. Anyway, there's not much left. I will finish it one of these days. I like that look, y'all. I like that shine. Y'all like my new headband? I got a whole bunch of these. And I shared them in my Sunday Night Skin Treats last Sunday. And you can go back and watch that if you want to. I got 2 cans of 8 headbands. And I'm probably going to give a couple of those away. But they're multicolored. They look kind of like tie-dye. Anyway, I just think they're cute. And they're soft. Oh my gosh. And plenty big enough, you know. Okay, y'all. That is the look for today. The natashdanona Hot Taupic palette. Along with a pop of color from the Gourmand Girls palette. Super fun time today. I enjoyed myself very much. Hope you did too. Thanks for being here. Hope y'all have a great day. Thank you very much for all the YouTube love, the likes, subscribes, and hitting the bell and all that stuff. So anyway, y'all have a great day. God bless you today is my prayer. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.